Live streaming isn't available right now. What? Okay, so it is live. That's weird. Popped up said live streaming wasn't available and then it was live. Dang it, YouTube. Weird. Alright. YouTube is being fun today. Alright, so I'm live and I have one viewer. I'm going to have to mute you, aren't I? You're going to be trouble on the stream, aren't you? Gosh, I tell you, women always causing problems. Oh, jeez. Alright, so I have my girlfriend on the phone with me because she's out kayaking. I am nearly out of iron, if we come and look. I don't have a whole lot of it. I've only got a few thousand iron ingots. And the plan is to build a flying ship. So I need probably more cobalt, nickel, and iron. Lots of iron. So, we're going to do some mining. Because I need to build something that flies if I'm going to not be hand mining. I wasted a whole bunch of iron just doing decorations and whatnot around the base, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did. Not to mention just, damn, that's good coffee. Just doing stuff around the base that needs to get done takes a lot of iron, so here we are. It would help if my inventory was empty. Why didn't I empty my inventory first? Shame on me. Alright, well, we'll get a little bit of iron right now. So my friends talked me into trying another game yesterday. Star Citizen. Maybe you've heard of it. And it's actually a lot of fun. I was really surprised with how much fun it was. But no, it's not a simulation game. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ellie. I will give you a follow back. So yeah, it's Star Citizen is actually, it's a lot of fun. But it's a
Inventory.
it's a work simulator. You're either a bounty hunter or a contractor. You're working in the gig economy. You pick up contracts, you rent a ship. If you can't buy one yet, you rent one. Um, I believe the starter ship, you need to pay for that, and that should get you by, and you never lose the ship that you pay for. So I might actually pay for one when I get a job and play the game a little bit more regularly, but it's an MMO community, which means I ran into a bug in the game, and I asked for help from people
Inventory
in chat,
full.
and wouldn't you know it, I got Alt F4 as the solution to the problem. Control Alt Delete. You know, typical MMO responses. Um, it was very nostalgic for me, being that I came from my introduction to online gaming was World of Warcraft. I'm assuming me and many others. And yes, and RuneScape is another one that people did play a lot of.
Inventory full.
But yeah, it was about the responses I would expect. But yeah, it seems like something that might actually be fun to play. But I don't think I'm going to be leaving Space Engineers anytime soon, because I absolutely love this game. Yes, babe, I know you love my coffee. It's the only reason why you're with me is because I make good coffee.
Inventory full.
So, she says I didn't have to be honest about that comment. I would ask her to be on Discord with me and actually talking on stream, but she is out in the middle of a lake somewhere on a kayak. Yeah, being out on the lake with Discord running on your phone would just kill your battery, if not completely destroy your phone. Well, babe, you're in the wild. Of course there's spiders. Yeah, I'll just, flap my wings real hard and fly there, and then I'll swim out in the middle of the lake.
Inventory full.
Oh. You're going to send me a picture of the spider. Well, I won't scream at the picture of a spider. Now, if you were to show up with the spider in hand, I might scream like a little girl then. Not a big fan of spiders. Alright, you send me that picture of the spider, and I'll share it with Stream to let everyone know what you were scared of. Wait, why am I seeing what looks like smoking? Okay, it's just the antenna's text. I love driving down this was a good spot. I absolutely love driving through this valley. So pretty. Yeah, Star Citizen seems like a fun game. I had a lot of fun with it last night. Played for like 6 hours. Didn't get anywhere because it's the free to play period right now. So I didn't have to rent a ship. I don't think anybody did. And I didn't have to buy a ship, which was kind of cool because, you know, I'm broke. But that was, I am way off. Go ahead and we'll straighten this out and come back in. That should be good enough. Alright, now let's empty our inventory into the base. Done that to start with. Alright. And everything else can go in the large cargo container. So I can actually pick up more stuff. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. That looks good. And I think before I go, I'm going to actually I don't need anything in my inventory to do this. That's the center. Let's change it to yellow, I think. Yeah, yellow will work. That is where I need to drive up. I don't know if I want to change the color of this block. I know I should have. The whole point in this playthrough is that it's completely vanilla, and I'm playing as if somebody who's never played the game before would actually play it. At least that's my thoughts. And I'm showing that it's possible, and showing how to do things. That's the series I'm working on right now, and in this particular playthrough, I just don't have the option to change it because of that. But yeah, normally I would like to do I like to do a large cargo and inventory size. I like to do the faster tools, faster processing. It's more fast paced. So if you're somebody who's actually just a weekend warrior, only has a small amount of time to play, a small amount of time to actually invest in a game, you're going to want to set it to run as fast as it can for all the processing. All right. My lights are on. So yeah, this particular playthrough in this world has some limitations to it. It's the hardships of trying to do a survival guide series is that I can't add mods. I'm not adding any mods to it because I am not sure how comfortable people are with putting mods on their Xbox or PlayStation, let alone what ones are available.
Inventory full.
So, yep, trying to keep it vanilla. Because the game really doesn't need mods to be fun. I'm enjoying the game, even with no mods installed. It's really a nostalgic point for me, honestly. This is how I started playing it. This is how I played it when I fell in love with it.
Inventory full.
And yeah, mods have made things more interesting, in some ways more fun, and in a lot of ways more easy. But this is still a lot of fun for me. I do have to get to the point where I'm building a nice mining ship, though, because this is not the right answer. This is not a good answer. But this is the short-term solution, so
Inventory full.
yeah, it is a good game. I absolutely love it. So yeah, and I've been playing it for, oh gosh, I've got, I'm not sure if I'm at 5,000 or 6,000 hours. I should check,
Inventory
but
full.
it's a lot of actual in-game playtime. So figured I would try my hand at making a survival guide series and trying to help people understand and learn things in the game, and because there's things about this game that are not super intuitive. I know that one of the problems my son had when he started trying to play the game with me was he couldn't understand how thrusters worked. So that will be an episode. He didn't know where to get started. He was just the thought of starting a ship build was daunting to him because he didn't understand what he was doing. So that's what I'm working on. And yeah, I would recommend, if you are playing this and you don't like a grindy game, modify those settings. Definitely modify those settings. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Probably means I'm going to get attacked by wolves soon. I don't see any running at me, though. They may have landed out of the aggro range.
Inventory full.
Oh well, I guess I'm done with this trip too. See how much iron we have after this trip, and we may go get some cobalt and some nickel. And I know I could just be mining up stone to get the nickel and silicon, but mining iron directly when you're using so much iron, it's a better idea. And that's because you're going to burn through iron so quickly. You're going to burn through iron like a fish breathing water. My gosh, it's ridiculous. You're going to not build too much stuff, and then you're going to be like, I'm out of iron. Not even know where it went. Oh, wrong button. I really need to put a remote on this so I can easily back up and see where I'm going. Huh. All right. Go ahead and we'll search for the refinery. And that's pretty much it. There we go. Yeah, camera's good, but the remote control would handle all the problems. If I just put a remote control facing backwards, then I can enter the backup remote, turn my camera around for the third person view, and control it like I'm controlling it normally. The remote is really the most important part of that equation there. Let's see. Over 20k iron, and we have another 12k iron ore. That might be enough to get us started. Don't inhale your coffee. Oh man, coffee went down the wrong pipe there. Sorry about that. Oh, that was painful. Don't breathe coffee. Coffee is good. Don't breathe it. All right. I think one more triple iron, and then we're going to go after cobalt and nickel. Yeah. Yes, I know, babe. It's a waste of coffee. I'm not happy about it. Uh, you know, I never used to play with my graphics turned up like this. But because I started recording, turned all the graphics up. And I gotta say, I love this. If your computer can manage to get the graphics turned up where you can actually see the grass and whatnot, you should do it. I've never done this before in this game, and it's beautiful. In this game, I try to avoid using them in here, but I own them all. Yeah, the DLCs. If I was going to recommend one, if we're looking at the DLCs, you have to try and look at what you're going to do with it, what you want to do, what's your play style. If you wanted to choose just one, then I would recommend decoration pack that has the bed, because that is a very cheap early game cryopod. If you're going to be playing any online games, you can build the bed very early using nothing but resources from stone. And as long as you're in a room with oxygen, you're good. You can log off in that bed, and it'll be just like logging off in a cryopod. I mean, none of the DLCs are required. Are you saying that you have them all, or you're going to get them all. Because if you're saying that you're going to get them all, I would go slowly unless you have money to burn. But if I was going to start with one, I would start with the bed because it gives you an early game cryopod in online multiplayer games, which can be very important. Yeah, this is true. You have them all. Okay. Then yeah, the bank is good. But realistically, you can go to a trade station for that. And if you're doing economy stuff, you're already going to a trade station. So you don't really need to have your own ATM.
Inventory full.
Oh, you got plenty of time then. I've had a few people come onto these streams and ask me questions because they've never played before. So I don't know if you're a veteran or a pro who's been playing this game for a while, or if you're one of the newcomers.
Inventory full.
And I always try to answer in a way to make sure people realize you don't need to spend thousands of hours. You don't need to spend money on all the DLCs. Buy the base game, have fun with it. And if you decide you're enjoying it, throw some extra money at the development team so they can make more great stuff. I'm really looking forward to actually throwing more money at them for Space Engineers 2 when it finally comes out. I don't know if you guys have been watching the development on the V-Rage 3 engine over at Keen Software House, but it looks amazing. Volumetric fluids, the voxels have different density and textures based on what they're made out of. So if you crash a ship into sand, the sand actually gets displaced, much as sand would. And if you run into stone, you wind up making much less damage. Really cool. Yeah, I agree. What was that, babe? Yes, today is the 23rd. 1:29 p.m. My girlfriend wanted to know what the date and time was right now, which is... Oh, so you can set it in your GoPro. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was wondering why you needed date and time out in the middle of a lake. Thought maybe the geese were out there just taking roll or something.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, it didn't empty. Heck. I should have been paying more attention. Well, you'll be able to record your next kayak trip, babe. We'll discuss what you need to buy to be able to take extra batteries out with you on the water later when you get back. In fact, I might even direct you to my son. He does, he worked at the hobby shop, was manager of the hobby shop for a while. So he knows all about the...
Inventory full.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, my son will be able to direct you to what's the best thing to buy and what batteries will actually survive better and all that good stuff. Yes, but I'm not going to say his name on stream because I don't know if he would appreciate it. The older boy. I guess I should call him a man. He is... He's out living on his own.
Inventory
Well,
full.
he's out living with his friends in a house they bought. I should really treat him like an adult. But it's really hard to not just call him a kid. Because he'll always be a kid to me. And that did not take my full inventory last time, so I think that might be the last trip. I'm wondering if I missed moving some iron over while I was at the base. Yeah, that's it. Getting dark. Well, not yet, but soonish. It's a beautiful view, these mountains on both sides, but I do not get much light in that little valley. But I think that's a good trade-off. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so... Oops, didn't mean to hit my jetpack. I'm so used to playing without a jetpack, I keep forgetting that I have it available to me. Alright, so I'm going to grab a couple of steel plates. Actually, I don't know if I need a steel plate or an interior plate to start this. I'm going to put a remote on there. And I will explain it in the video, what changes I'm using that god-awful color. Okay. No, I'm not. Alright. Place that right there. I probably should have placed it there. Alright, so come in here, we'll grab the remote. And put it right here. Control. Alright. We're gonna hook that back up real quick and empty the inventory. I can't move those. Those are too big. The inventory's empty. Perfect. Alright. Alright, now I'll show you what I mean. I can come in here and I can just hit 9. And now I'm controlling my ASDW is controlling as if I'm sitting in the cockpit this way. Which works out really well. I don't need a backup camera since I'm driving in third person anyways. The car just performs as if I'm supposed to be driving it this way. It's just a rear wheel steer car now. And then exit out of that, and I'm no longer backing up. So just having that remote on there gives me really nice backup capabilities. I don't really need a camera per se, but I do need the controls to be able to function properly. Alright, now let's see. I need to look at my GPS markers because I have a cobalt and I have a nickel. And do I want silicon? We'll see. I'm gonna get a load of nickel and a load of cobalt, and then we'll see if we need silicon. Might even get 2 loads of nickel. One of my favorite mods to actually put into Space Engineers is the sleep mod and HUD compass. Because then, as night's getting ready to set, I'd be able to just go to bed and, like Minecraft, it would be the next day. Obviously, that has issues when you're on a server playing multiplayer, because I think it requires all players to be within 10 kilometers of each other for it to work. I'm not going to be building a mining vehicle. That will be an episode in the series for the Survival Guide series. This is, I have busy work to do and I like to chat. So I go live to chat. Ooh. Because Space Engineers is one of my most favorite things to talk about. I was actually just about to mention, speaking of favorite mods, I did notice one on the workshop that caught my attention. I can't remember who the mod author is, but somebody's working on actually making rotating planets in Space Engineers. And that sounds like it might be pretty cool. Would love to try that, and I just haven't done it yet. I think the up is on the other side. So we'll come over here. At least we'll be able to see the wolves coming now. Yeah, as you can tell by this mine, you don't need much nickel. There it is.
Inventory full.
fact, I'm going to look that up. What was that that's creating those rotating worlds? Why is it, Cat, that every time... Okay, you've stopped. Those child safety locks are getting in the way, aren't they? Until he breaks them. The cat loves the cupboard underneath the stove. Absolutely loves it. Don't ask me why. Let's see. Yeah, it's Drago Corvin. He's got Planet Rotate Beta 0.5. So definitely not something that he's advertising, but it looks like a really cool concept. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Drago makes some really cool mods. Wait, what? It just went into... Okay, power, exit Steam Big Picture mode, because I never want Steam Big Picture mode. Go away. Alright, my inventory's still way empty. I'm going back for more. Missing some? No.
Inventory full.
I need to go out and I need to build a flying ship first so I can scout for some things like silver and gold, because I haven't found any of that yet. And I need to build a mining ship of some sort. Something to make this a little easier and less of a grind. Because, yeah, this is not the way that you want to do it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Can't tell. Am I getting more ice than nickel or more nickel than ice? I mean, ice isn't bad.
Inventory full.
I'm getting more nickel than ice. That's good. Getting close to full, too. Alright. I'm thinking probably one full load will be enough. Yeah, that is very lucky. So, I would hang on to that spot. And matter of fact, right now, um, it's never a problem for the game,
Inventory
but
full.
the planets are not generated. This is a sculpted planet. They made this planet specific, and it's the only planet that Keen has right now for Earth. So if you GPS that marker and you really like that spot, you can actually just go back to that spot in every playthrough, and it'll be the exact same place. Not that I would suggest that, because that takes some of the fun out of it, in my opinion. But if you wanted to, you could GPS that spot and start there every time. And the lights on. Not that they're helping much. Fog is kind of a pain. I do have some lights on the base now, but that does not help much when it's behind a small mountain. Okay, there's the iron vein, so we're going in the right direction. Try not to crash. The light settings are all set to max on here. The vanilla lights don't give you too much for a vehicle setup, I mean. The fact that I have the weather turned on and yeah, let's see if I can rotate this towards the mountain. The lights give you a lot of view, you can see, but they don't point at the ground. So they don't light up your path all that well. Here, let's see. Come in and we'll go spotlights. Those are all set to max range. I could increase the intensity, but that's not really going to help me too much either. It just doesn't hit the ground much. To actually get better view, I would have to put them on hinges, pointing kind of downward on the top of the cabin, for them to actually give me a decent amount of light in front of me. And the lights, you can see them reflecting on the ice there. The lights on the sides of the cab, they're actually pushed out. Their offset is set to maximum. If I turn those off and come to the interior lights here, they're at the maximum radius. Their intensity could be higher, but I don't think it's necessary. And the offset's only at 4. Yes, I will. Eventually. I'm going to need a beacon for the drones, but for being able to find my base down the road, what I really should have done is I should have just put a GPS marker on there. You can see it is lit up. Oh yeah, that remote makes it so much better. All right. But yeah, the base is pretty well lit actually. I'm very happy with the lighting on the base. Let's go to there, and we'll just throw all of this into the large cargo container. I actually didn't want to throw all the ice in there. Go ahead and we'll go back to ice. Some of that back over here. I have, the problem I have is I actually have a few hydrogen tanks that I put into the base. And those are eating all the ice. So as quickly as I get ice, they're filling. And I'm at like, yeah, I was going to say 2%, but I'm much lower than 2% actually. I'm at 1.3%. That's going to chomp away at my ice pretty quickly. But that's okay because I just need the ice to be able to make hydrogen. I don't need it to make oxygen, and I'm on the Earth-like planet. But yeah, I mean, I'm rather happy with the lighting situation here at the base. It's pretty good. We can see everything well enough. I would like to add a light or two onto the front of this building, because the front of the building is dark. But, I mean, it's not bad. I couldn't call it bad by any stretch of the imagination. I did also have to add this beam going across over the doors, because the wolves were actually running up the face of the door and over. I thought that glitch had been taken care of. I was wrong. Hydrogen engines are good, Jamie. They're very good. The problem with hydrogen engines is you're going to have to farm ice. And that can get rather tiresome. But they are a great option if you don't mind the noise and the work to keep your power going. I prefer to use the wind turbines or solar panels because they don't require extra work after you've set it up. Once you've set it up, it's just a set it and forget it kind of option. Because you don't get any wear and tear on the wind turbines, you don't get any wear and tear on the solar panels, you don't get wear and tear on the batteries. So, yeah, set up some wind turbines, set up some solar panels, get them set up as best you can to be able to fit your situation as best as possible, and they'll handle everything for you. I am also going to be doing a small solar array setup on this base, not because I need solar energy. I've got plenty of power right now, but I do need to set up a solar panel array for the guide series and show how to do that. I don't need to shut that door, I need to go out that door. But the solar panel array is very easy, and it's not super expensive. It's just busy work going back and forth building it, because you're going to have to carry a whole lot of solar panel components. It's another mod that's a very good option for weekend warriors, is the build and repair unit. It's like having an extra person around to help you do the busy work. As a matter of fact, if you overdo it with build and repair units, you get a situation like you had at my, or like I had at my space station in my previous playthrough. Uh, I was basically building in creative mode every time I built something. I have I think I showed it off, which is, it's fun, and it's actually a lot of fun because the build and repair units will tear everything down that I paint a certain color, and it will build everything up that I place. So almost like working in creative mode. Takes a lot of setup to get to that point, but yeah. Pushing it, driving 30 meters per second here. See the car starting to spin out. Wouldn't be as bad if I didn't have the suspension set as high as I do, but I need the suspension set this high to handle the weight of using it for transporting ore. All right. Get a full load of cobalt. Cobalt is unfortunately a long ways down. And this is why I don't have much cobalt. Um, yeah, it's 80 meters down, 84 meters down. It's a long ways to go down a spiraling cave.
Inventory full.
And now back up. Such a nice run. Yeah, so this is why I need a mining ship. The iron's not so bad. Silicon's not so bad. But cobalt, that's a bit of a run. I don't need too much cobalt. I don't think I'm going to need too many metal grids for the build I have planned. But we'll probably grab a few. Probably grab a whole load. Matter of fact, the stone I'm going to get from this is probably going to give me all of the silicon I need too. Round and round we go. Where's my sanity? Nobody knows. You know, I should just dig
Inventory
straight
full.
down. I have a
Inventory
jetpack.
full.
I shouldn't be playing as if I don't. Because, yeah, all this running up and down this spiral is, it's insanity when I don't have to do it. Oh, just a few little puppies. You're in my way. Alright, I'll chase you down. Thank you for stopping. Oh my gosh. That's the first death of this current playthrough. Lovely. Okay, that's all the stuff I care about getting. Okay, you get to live. No. Where's the cobalt? Oh, right there. I can't believe I just died to wolves. Thank you for the magnesium. You guys just used a bunch of it. Do I have all? Yeah, there's only 3 there. Sometimes these guys will have really good loot on them. Like, I think magnesium is a really good loot for wolves because I don't have to use much of it. And the little bit I'm getting from the wolves basically gives me all I need. Which is absolutely wonderful. And we'll throw the extra set of tools in there and make myself some better hand tools too. Yeah, I'll dig a better hole later. I didn't check the cargo to see how close I am to being full. Oh well.
Inventory full.
All right. Let's see. How much space do I have? Still have plenty of space. How much cobalt do I have? 7,000. And the fact that it takes so long to process cobalt, I think I'm going to call that good for cobalt. For now. I should go down and pick up the stuff I left on the ground. Don't want to leave floating objects floating around. They'll disappear over time, but too many floating objects can really hurt your game's performance. Man, I really need to add some markers in these tunnels I'm building so I can actually keep my orientation right. Is there any more around here? Not that I'm seeing. Alright, so I do have a question though. How would you like to have a backpack that allowed you to carry that? That's a lot of weight. Oh. Space engineers are some tough dudes, apparently. Oh, a little bit of lag. Got a little bit of world tearing there. That's a bummer. But why does it have to be foggy on my return trip both times? Yeah, so I am looking forward to V-Rage 3 though. That engine looks really phenomenal. I think it's going to change the way the game is played entirely. They were actually showing some of the things you can do with the volumetric water, and they were talking about that you'll actually be able to make a planet that's entirely water. I'm really looking forward to that. Actually bringing the ships to space engineers without having mods with proper floating ships in it. That'll be cool. For lightning, yes. I do know about using a decoy for lightning so you don't get hit. The thing is, the decoy for lightning works about 50% of the time. And which that's great. That's half the amount of times you'll get hit by lightning. And as a matter of fact, I've already been hit by lightning. I was flying through the air with my jetpack and got struck out of the sky right back there welding up that last tower. Right. They don't need a battery, and it's a great idea. You should always use decoys when you're playing with the weather on, because you will get struck by lightning. The only reason I haven't done that on this particular base yes, it's a beautiful concept, and you should always do it. Maybe not a minefield, just saying, my personal opinion. But if you can put like 4 of them on the corners of your base, that's usually good enough. It will keep you good most of the time. But the weather does not always just strike the decoys. I've been sitting in my base AFK and come back to find a giant hole through the ceiling, even though I had decoys set up on the roof. And there was a hole right above my head in the building. Nowhere near any of the decoys. Which is problematic. Okay, that doesn't seem right. Refinery is full of nickel. It's going to process that nickel quicker than it processes that cobalt, so we'll keep it processing nickel. Let's see, so search for the ingots. Just how much iron we have. Oh, I love building underground too. It's just building underground is not great for making a video. Right. And my normal playthroughs, when I have when I'm actually going gung-ho and actually trying to go fast at getting everything set up, I would have a mining ship digging a hole into that cliff face back there right now. I'd have a parking pad with all the hookups and a door in that mountain, and that's all you'd see. It'd be a large door. But I don't think anybody who's trying to play this game vanilla for their first time is going to try and burrow into a mountain with the way these drills work. Let's see, I want to go into production, and I want to see if I can make any better hand tools right now. I can. Should have done this a while ago. Alright. That's going to be a much appreciated upgrade. Now I need to tear these down. I'm going to disassemble all of those. It should be grabbing those and disassembling them. I did put drills in there. There we go. Alright, so those are done. Oh. So this is the decorating I did the other day. I don't know who's seen it. I'm trying not to use DLC blocks. That's why it looks the way it does. Got a nice little kitchen going on here. Little kitchenette, and it's free floating with a battery in it, so you can move it around. Everything here is like that. I would not recommend decorating things that way. Alright. I was trying to see what ingots I had now. Alright, I need the nickel. Nickel is good. Silicon. We're not too bad on silicon. The only thing I can think that I might still need is, honestly, more iron. I did not think that one was DLC. There's a couple of end caps that are DLC, but I think that one was just the standard one. I think they had one that was not DLC. Yeah, see, these ones are not DLC. The conveyor cap is not DLC. If you grab the conveyor cap that opens, that was called a panel, I believe. Yes, the access panel, number 4, is a DLC item, and it looks very similar. But this one will actually open and allow you access to the cargo container behind it. So yeah, that's the DLC one. This one that I have used here is actually vanilla. No DLC required to make this. Thankfully, because I kind of like the little bit of detail that adds. Alright. I have been streaming for about 2 hours. I'm going to take a short break from Space Engineers. I'm not going to leave stream, but I am going to switch you to my headset. And I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. You should never do that. It's a bad idea. Smoking is bad. But
yeah, I do it anyways. Don't take health advice from me. I am not a health nut. Although I am down to 200 pounds. I believe it. Quitting smoking is definitely the better option. It would be better for my... Well, it would be better for every single day. Honestly. And I know that. But, I'm gonna mute myself on this phone call with my girlfriend because she's going to take everything I say and use it against me later. I know that smoking is bad for me, and I know it makes my life harder. Well, congratulations to both of you, and I'm being genuine. smoking is horrible. It's a bad, filthy habit that I don't plan on quitting anytime soon because I don't want to. Are you coming out? You got up and ran to the door. Come on. Come out the door. I don't want the bugs going in, so I gotta shut the door. Dogs are fun. And I need to keep him on a short leash because there's a bunny rabbit munching in my backyard that he'll try and attack. Yeah, it's I've got my bird feeder, unfortunately within reach of his chain. I didn't think it was, and the rabbits have been coming and eating all the grain underneath it. That's right. Yes, good. You lay down, leave the rabbit alone. Good boy. Yeah, I have plenty of people who tell me I need to quit, and they're not wrong. Oh no, I wouldn't talk to my girlfriend like that. Oh man, that's hilarious. No, I was going outside for a smoke, and my dog decided he wanted to join me, but then decided he didn't want to actually join me, just stand in the way of me closing the door. And no, I couldn't keep my girlfriend on a leash even if I was that kind of guy. She's too energetic for that. Oh, it's starting to storm in the game. Yeah, it's always my girlfriend's choice. Have I got you muted? No, I don't have you muted. I have you quiet because you were saying questionable things. My girlfriend likes to mess with me and pick on me. Go figure. And when I was getting ready to stream, she started saying a whole bunch of sexual innuendo just to make me nervous. It is funny. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta say, I love everybody in this community. You guys are all great. And I don't mean my community. I am a small creator. I mean the Space Engineers community in general. I appreciate everybody who's following me. I really appreciate it. But I don't think I should be calling it a community yet. The thing is, though, Space Engineers, the community in Space Engineers, everybody's helpful, everybody's kind, and don't ever take that for granted. I came from MMOs, and I delved back into one last night, and that is such a toxic community. Yeah, that's what my dog was doing just now, Toxic. It was great. Yeah, yesterday in the MMO, I mean, geez, I had forgotten just how bad it was. I asked for help, and I got all the MMO responses. Alt F4. I even got someone telling me to end myself. It was great. just because I asked for help with a glitch in the game. And then I had one person who acted like they were going to try and help me, so I started asking them questions, and it was all a big setup for them to basically tell me to end myself. It was great. Love it. MMOs are wonderful. Um, oh. No, I actually enjoy MMOs. I enjoy playing MMOs a lot when you find a good group of people, but yeah, I don't miss that aspect. Mocillo. Um, right now my text is being read to me, so I don't know what that is. Alright, let's see if I can stop him from being able to... Ah! Yes. I usually play solo on MMOs for a while until I can find a group of people that are actually decent. I'm going to have to just tie his chain shorter so he can't reach the rabbit. Because I don't want to sit out here and babysit him. Well, I've told you before, he's Chewini, and Chewinis are wonderful, adorable little dogs. But they have the cutest aspects of both a Chihuahua and a Dachshund. As far as physical features go, they have the worst character traits of both breeds. He's very territorial, shakes all the time because he's nervous, barks at everything. Well, come on. Come on. Now you're going to stand in the door the other way. Come on. Well, see, now you could be left outside because the rabbit hopped away. See, I enjoyed playing World of Warcraft and Runes of Magic quite a bit. And Runes of Magic was a lot of fun. They kind of ruined it, though. Let's switch over to the better mic.
They made it wasn't the grind that made it bad. They made it so you really needed the cash shop to be able to progress. They turned it from pay to play to pay to win. Right, I forgot I have turrets now. And it just ruined the game because hundreds of dollars would have to be dumped into it, every character when you changed levels. Not always. I mean, some people consider stuff like the stuff in Space Engineers, the DLCs, they consider that to be cash shop items. And cash shops done right can be a good add to a game. Like Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 has a huge cash shop. And people spend tons of money on that cash shop. Tons of money. And the cash shop is nothing but cosmetic. The developers of the game have gone so far as to call it a hat simulator with first-person shooter aspects. It's cash shops done properly can really add to the community and add to the game. Yep. Yeah, it's when cash shops are implemented right, I have no problem with them. World of Warcraft started doing their cash shop the right way, and then they changed their it's pay money to be end game. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a problem with a lot of MMOs. The first, I don't know how many levels, but several levels are just grind. I mean, grind can be pretty good. I mean, playing World of Warcraft, I absolutely loved going through the. Oh, why am I drawing a blank now? It's a huge prairies. The grind was good. Well, buying gold, I don't see that as a huge problem. Because buying right. Buying gold when the economy is set up properly in an MMO, buying gold can actually be good. I've seen quite a few games where buying gold was not a problem whatsoever for the game. That money went into the economy, and it was ultimately handed out to all the people who couldn't afford to buy gold. I'm just going to get more iron because I really need more iron. You can never have too much iron. And I need to build first an airship to be able to go out and scout for resources, and then I need to build a ship to be able to come out and do the mining for me. Well, yeah, but you need the iron to make the steel plates. My gosh, so much iron. Honestly, one of the things I should have went into is pointing out that light armor is not the cheapest armor you can work with. The interior plates are actually a cheaper one. All the plates, yes. Oh, I gotta put the right tools on my bar. Upgraded my tools without upgrading them on my bar. This should make mining a little bit less painful. So I'm thinking one or two more loads of iron. My plan for this stream was really just to try and get resources and chat with people. The content for the video, I probably won't be recording me filming that. But the video will be building a ship and the thought processes that need to go into it, and my own style. So obviously it is my own style.
Inventory full.
Yeah, those plugins are really cool. I would recommend anybody who's on PC get the plugin loader and be careful about what plugins you grab, but check out some of those plugins. Well, one of the things I did notice that people were doing with the
Inventory
rovers
full.
is actually adding some drills to the front so that it will drill down at a slope. And that seems to work pretty well. If you just hook them to a hinge setup on the front of the vehicle, you can change your angle. So you can control the grade much like with a bulldozer in real life. I have not tried to build one like that, but I've seen some people doing it and it's worked out very, very well for them. So, just an idea.
Inventory full.
It looked like there's stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, originally they had disavowed the plug-in loader, and I think they realized the power that was there and how much people in the community actually liked it.
Inventory full.
So I think they decided to just work with them. If you're gonna do that, though, I would recommend being careful. Do a save as, because anytime you're hooking something like a drill or, well, any tool to a hinge or a piston or a rotor, playing could be involved. Well, really, it's just the rotor and the hinge that give you huge issues with it. I'm glad I could be there for you. And sorry you're not going to see any building, because
Inventory full.
that's not what I'm doing right now. Ooh. But this will be yeah, I thought I heard a wolf. Let's just kill him. There. The only good wolf is a dead wolf, at least in this game. And that is the end of this trip. Just gotta pick up the stuff I've got down here.
Inventory full.
Or not. Oh, there's another wolf here. All right. Yes, today's stream is Diggy Diggy Hole. I can't pick that up right now, but you stop that, wolf. You clang out my rover, I'm gonna be mad. Not that I could actually do anything to you. You're already dead. What better punishment is there? Freaking trying to get revenge on me. I thought daylight was coming. Well, daylight was out when I started, and it'll be back when we finish. right. It won't fit there. Going to need to expand everything too. Huh? Did I not? Why won't that go into the large cargo container? Is my ship damaged? Uh-oh. Alright, so some of it's fine. Oh. The heck? Worked a minute ago. Alright. So for some reason my... Oh, because I'm in the camera. That's why. No, it's because I'm in... Yeah, I thought it might be damaged, but... It was coming off of my character, and I was in the camera. The camera has no hookups. Alright. I need to make some more ammo. I could have just stayed in my cockpit for that. But let me check. Do I have any magazines already made? Only the ones in the turret. Make 100 of them. Should be able to make them. There we go. We're just going to call that good enough for now. Hook up less camera? Oh, did I say camera? I meant remote. See, are the wolf corpses still here? Sadly, yes, they are. Oh, one of them. And it's gone. Are there any more wolves around? Why is it shaking? Right now it is 2:46, babe.
Inventory full.
Man, I've dug out a lot of iron here. Really need to go find some gold so I can get those yield modules up and running on the refinery.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
All right.
Inventory full.
Man, that's a much quicker drill. Yeah, I really should have upgraded my drill sooner.
Inventory full.
I'm assuming you mean crueler. Oh, Fowler. Yes, well, this is fair, Anton. There are definitely fouler things in the deep recesses of the world. I think you dug a base into a mountain on your last playthrough, right? That would mean you. And I think me, because I was probably doing the same thing. Ah. Well, that's the end of that load. I'm just going to call that one there. I pick on Anton, but Anton's a good dude. Most of the time. I think Anton actually has more hours in this game than me by like 1,000 hours. Give or take. In fact, if you watched my last video where I was explaining the wind turbines and showing the script that was updating the power information, Anton wrote that script. A simple, short little script. But I don't know C#. Oh, you're on your computer right, or on your phone right now, Anton? Nice to see the inventory just empty. That's just gonna get pulled into my... Why do I have 2 stacks of iron going on there? The... Alright, that looks good. Throw all of this over here so I can actually count up my totals. Alright, another 30,000 iron ore and 42,000 iron ingots. That might last a little while. That might last a little while. Amazing how quickly you can burn through iron. Cobalt, we're set. 6.9k, 7k is going to be plenty of cobalt for a while. Because I'm not building a large grid flying ship. I'm building small grid flying ships, which doesn't require too much cobalt. So yeah, I think I need some magnesium. A coffee is its own reason. You don't need another reason beyond coffee. Yeah, let's see. I think I'll go out and get a load of magnesium because it won't hurt to have more. See, GPS, magnesium. Just so I can actually find the hole that I started drilling already. I was honestly debating just turning this rover right here into a flying ship. Do my scouting. But what ultimately changed my mind is that block right there. It's the only one I have right now. And I really should have moved it inside my base, but I haven't done that yet. In fact, I probably won't. I'll probably keep this rover intact and go find some silver. Because as we saw earlier, sometimes you need it. Oh, my lights are on. It's just that dark down there. Okay. This is all the magnesium I've dug up so far, is this little bit here. Didn't need much though, because the wolves keep giving me little bits of magnesium, which is greatly appreciated. definitely appreciate their contribution and their sacrifice. I mean, really, I seriously do. I really appreciate it when they die.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Ah, a bit of running. At least it's not as bad as going to get cobalt. Any more floating around here? No. Yes, Anton. I know it's very simple to turn that into a flying ship, but I'm going to actually make a new flying ship.
Inventory full.
Yeah, you definitely got to do a little bit of greebling on your builds. Got to make them look interesting, if at all possible.
Inventory full.
Man. Yeah, this drill is working a lot better than the old one. How much magnesium do I have? And what will that wind up being?
Inventory full.
You know what? I have made a lot of bricks in my time. I'm starting to get better at it though. I don't make as many bricks as I used to.
Inventory full.
But the reason my ships turn out to be bricks most of the time is because I go function over form. And unfortunately, that's just how the function should be laid out.
Inventory full.
Looks like we're almost done with this load. And that's pretty much it. Yep, that's it. I guess I could pick up a little bit more. We're good. I know you can have both. Form and function can work together. I did. There's a saying that comes from working with engineers over at Jaguar Land Rover. I didn't work there. I was a supplier. I was working for a supplier of theirs. And the saying that they said a lot was, the form is a function. And they had some justification behind that statement that made me think, yeah, that makes sense. And their justification was, people don't buy a Jaguar because they want it to drive nice. They buy a Jaguar because they want a Jaguar. The driving nice is really secondary to most of them. So the form is actually one of the higher priority functions of our vehicles. And that made sense. It made sense. And I never questioned them again as to their form over function. For a company like Jaguar Land Rover, the form is a function. I am not Jaguar Land Rover, though. I just want to specify that. Not Jaguar Land Rover. The form is not a function for me. I think the form is a function for Ozzy, though. So, Ozzy, if you had to estimate how many hours have you spent in Creative World just playing with shapes, even though they were never going to actually be used on a vehicle or on one of your vehicles, just so you could get good at making something that was good looking. All right. That's... Nope, that's not gonna... I'm in the camera still. All right. Large cargo data. This will be chewing on resources for quite some time. Think I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the iron ahead of the cobalt. Pull the cobalt back over here. Have it processed through the iron first. because I think we have plenty of cobalt. Notable percentages. Yeah. Ozzy is, he's very good at making things look good. And he's usually really good at making things functional, too. I don't think he has a Steam Workshop page, though. At least not that he uses on a regular basis. All right. Yeah, that's looking good. Definitely happy with the way that's going. By the time it's all said and done, I should have close to 60k iron. That should last me a while. And unfortunately, I have other things I need to do today. So I think I'm going to have to call it there. It was a good 2-hour stream, though, so can't complain too much. Thank you to everybody who joined me and joined in the conversation. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And I look forward to doing it again.